But basically, the new morph filter, this one here, you can pick different kind of musical notes, and you can kind of drive the EQ with MIDI. So it's been a kind of dream of mine to happen, and now it has, so that's awesome. So I'll just kind of show you briefly the patch here. Basically, it's just kind of like an EQ that goes into a delay and maybe a little bit of reverb as well, and then that goes back out. The output goes back into the input, and I have a little slider for that, and I have them set up here with the MASCHINE JAM. When I'm using the kind of patch, I have it set up in Ableton that it's like all the kind of the musically relevant parameters are set up to the 8 macros. So I can kind of, with my little instrument here, or a little effect that I've kind of made, I have like the resonance. I can kind of choose which or how much to drive the frequencies. I have some kind of reverb effects, and then I have a system feedback, which controls the amount of feeds back into the reverb or into the delay, and then usual delay stuff like delay feedback, delay time, and the mix. That's the basic sound there. And then as I start to increase the resonance, you can kind of hear those like high tinkling sounds there. That's been driven by another MIDI channel. I've always been interested in that kind of like writing a melody on one sound, like say it's a kind of tunable percussion sound, and then writing a harmony to it on another channel, and being able to kind of like influence the two with each other. I just think it's an interesting kind of way of using kind of effects in a melodic way. So that's what I was aiming for with that. Another interesting thing about it, once you start to feed the system back into itself, so once you start to take the output and put it back into the input, it has an effect on the pitch. So when I turn up the overall system feedback, it starts to shift the pitch over as well, which is another feature I liked. But these are all just kind of like, I suppose, the dub music, the way they use kind of delay in a melodic way was something that I always really liked, and I thought it'd be cool if there was a kind of a new digital way of doing it. So that's kind of what I was aiming for with that.